Heather Coco Senza, 1 Heather GEEHLGV Law. It's Wednesday, December the 10th. I have court tomorrow, December the 11th, with regards to Weston, my almost 2-year-old son, who was separated from Xavier and I at 3 days old on our last day of the hospital after I gave birth, under the allegations that I was mentally incompetent to be a mother. Despite the fact that I have participated in all of the services as requested and ordered by the courts, we've still not been given any increase in our access to our child. We still only see him 3 days a week for 2 hours each visit, and sometimes they cancel on Fridays. So that's been the same. The very first judge said that we would have unsupervised visits beginning immediately. My doctor of over 13 years testified on the stand under oath that I didn't have any qualifying, or rather disqualifying, medical conditions that would keep me from being a parent to my children. And this will be our 23rd court date tomorrow. 23 court dates tomorrow. So I'm just trying to get in some Uber driving. I have not been able to leave Xavier because someone stole his cell phone, and he was having like severe mental health crises when I would leave him to go work driving regular Ubers. So I've been doing Uber Eats and DoorDash. But I need to redo my DoorDash application because when I changed my phone number, for some reason it won't let me update it to the new number and like keep the same account. It keeps saying that I need to re-register. So that's going on. Alexis, my 12-year-old, allegedly moved out of the city of Chicago. Her father bought a house in the suburbs, and I have not been able to speak to her for 3 or 4 minutes, for longer than 3 or 4 minutes, in quite some time, actually. It's been really ridiculous. If we're being honest with each other, I have these intermittent, ever since You Know Who, the release of Dylan Smith and the show Love After Lockup going on the air, my life has not been the same, and not in a good way. Like, it's been really fucked up. Things intermittently get better and worse, but bro, it has been fucked up. My kids lived with me prior to all of that, full time. So to be going through this, it's just been really wild. There's no clear explanation for what's going on when these intermittent lapses in communication begin. There's no warning for them. There's no one saying, okay, we're going to close off your phone for the safety of yourself, your children. Okay, you know, this is going on or that's going on. There's just a lot of fucking bullshit. A lot of what I believe to be trackable, traceable, data collectionable explanations. If we can track, you know, when these intermittent lapses in communication began last time, we can get a better idea of why they continue to go on, because there will be like 6 to 9 months of no issues with communication and everything is going back to like normal. And then randomly, with no warning, it's like I'm dealing with the situation as if it were the first time it ever took place, and it's definitely not. This has been going on cyclically since 2000, and I would say 15. And then it kind of broke, you know, into a kind of larger issue in 2019 when Dylan got released and the show Love After Lockup hit the air. So tomorrow's court again, intermittent communication issues with Alexis. Vivi moved to the burbs as well with her significant other and the baby, and my son is still with his dad's brothers and parents. And then, you know, he's 17, Vivi's 19. The problem that I'm having is that I really don't care how old you are. If you're my child and I gave birth to you, I feel as though I have a responsibility to know what's going on in your life, if you need help with anything, if everything's all right. You know, do you have food? Did you eat dinner? Do you have homework? What's new? And since 2019, when he came out of prison, all of the roles in my life have just been like rewritten. And it's been like not me that's been doing it. And I don't have a clear understanding, ideology, or explanation for how to make it what I want it to be, you know, what it's always been, or even if that's what like I want it to be anymore. So I don't know, you guys, it's just been fucking weird and wild. And I have so many things that I want to be doing, consulting, healthcare consulting, from an administrative, clinical, and technological perspective. I'd like to get involved in the development of application-based software for the purpose of tracking, monitoring, and even curing illness, disease, etc., and so forth. I just have a lot of desires, and building websites is something I'm good at. Running any sort of AI consultation company is something I'd be good at. Even niche e-commerce sales is something I'd be good at. Content creation is something I'm great at. Campaigning and marketing and managing these campaigns I'm fantastic at. But they keep on stealing my electronic communication devices, you know, so, and then putting me in a position where I don't have any sort of expendable income, like not even $250, which is fucking crazy to me. I don't understand how one day I can be trusted to go pick up $40,000 of cash and bring it from one location to the other location, but I can't be trusted to have my own MacBook Air. Like, what's really going on here? You know, I can't get approved for a line of credit for 50 G's or 100,000. You know, it doesn't make sense. But a person coming out of prison can get an Apple card with a $20,000 credit limit 3 days after their release date. Like, what the fuck is really going on? You know, and I have a million other questions just like that. But for now, that's what I have going on. I am behind on all my bills. So my cell phone is paid up to date. My car payment is paid up to date. My car insurance is paid up to date. But I am 2 weeks behind on my rent. So I'm fucking tripping about that. Every single day. I haven't taken a day off in 10 months. 10 months. Last week I worked 55 hours. The week before, 54 hours. And I'm not spending frivolously. So it's like, what the fuck is wrong with the world? And it's Christmas month. And then they just told me that I had to pay $200 for 2 new air filters and a new oil change, synthetic only, for my car. So I needed to pay $190 something, and then they gave me a $27 off coupon. Shout out to Jiffy Lube. But the point is, like, I need more money right away, and I have 4 children. So if the money I'm making is just barely enough, we're doing a delivery to the projects. If the money I'm making is just barely enough to survive, then that's not good enough. I have 4 kids. Hi. Thank you. You know. So, anyways, now you guys know. I just wanted to give you an update. Okay, and then lastly, I'm pretty sure if you guys are familiar with my blog, Merciful Storm Wix site, Google Merciful Storm Wix, Heather Gillespie, scroll all the way to the bottom to my blog post from 2019, 2020. There's some wild shit in there, you guys, and it's all real. Really fucking crazy wild shit. I think they're trying to engineer Xavier into being like a Dylan number 2. They're making him cross-dress. Xavier and I don't do shit. We went out 2 times in the last month. Since I've met Xavier, we've only been out twice. Both of them have been in the last month, and they both have been in Boys Town. He cross-dresses. He's never done that before. And they're like going loosely based off of the blog post I wrote where I referred to Dylan as X. I refer to Dylan as X. I didn't even know Xavier at that time. And now Xavier everyone's referring to Xavier as X. So I feel like they're intentionally trying to cause a lot of confusion surrounding my case. But I gotta go, you guys. Have a great night.